They said it wasn't real, that it was too good to be true, that there was no conceivable way that a film festival with free admission would give $1,000 to its top prize. Well, to my friends, haters, naysayers, feast your eyes on everything that makes me an NYU Tisch student. I guarantee that $1,000 will go to the winners of the Room 908 48-hour film festival. Now that you know the truth, what will you do? Will you step into the light and become a star? Or will you fade into the darkness of obscurity? Your choice. On your marks, get set, go! Alright, perfect. Let's go.
I think it was the day we had language of film, the lecture, and I just saw a bunch of people in suits holding posters, and I was like, we have to do it.
Like, I saw like all the posters, I was like, damn, that's sick, but I have a sketch show that Saturday night, so I like don't have time to do it. And then I just kept seeing like more and more people joining in that I'm like friends with, like, all right.
Ronan randomly approached me over like message and was just like, yo, do you want to be on my team? And I was like, fuck it, sure, we'll do this.
First of all, I walked in and I was shocked at how many people there were because it's the first year that this happened.
So Max and I went to the drawing ceremony and we'd kind of mapped out, okay, what if we get this genre? Or if we get this challenge, like what are we gonna do?
Yeah, night before we were definitely really worried about what prompt we were getting and what the challenge we were gonna get was.
And then when we did draw, we drew...
Adventure?
Yeah, we drew adventure.
We had gotten the genre of a detective film, and it kind of made us think like, wait, what exactly is a detective film?
Well, we picked horror and included a dream sequence, which kind of worked really well together.
So when we got adventure, I was like, and decided to switch that out. So we switched it out. Thankfully, we got suspense.
We drew period piece and one location, which I think complemented really well.
If I remember correctly, I mean, we were really, really excited when we got sci-fi because we were already planning on doing a sci-fi with T48.
Oh yeah, it was a really good combination because we got romance as the genre and the challenge was natural lighting. So that kind of helps like speed things up if it's natural lighting.
I went in, I was like worried. I was like, we got to keep an eye on Justin. We got to keep an eye on Haida. We've got to keep an eye on Lucas, Enzo. Like,
you know, Justin and I weren't on speaking terms for that event. You know, I made it clear to him that we're not friends for the following 48 hours.
So as soon as we drew the cards and we convened to figure out what our film was going to be about, it was just a fucking whirlwind. It was nonstop.
The two of us were like locked in a Boats classroom coming up with ideas, all leaning towards sci-fi.
So we locked in for like hours and hours and hours.
Well, first thing we did was Max told me to calm down because, you know, adrenaline was going and like, all right, dude, let's book it. Let's go to our drawing board. And we realized, like, you know, if we rush into the 48 hours, it's gonna be a messy one.
I do think from the beginning we absolutely knew, like about 10 minutes into discussing it, it's going to be about a guy going on an adventure to get his father's watch.
New York City for the first time and they need to go find the watch.
Yeah, I think they should adventure in New York. I think that's fine.
Kind of just started writing without knowing where the story was fully going.
Yeah, we were probably writing from like 8:30 to like 11, 12 at night.
Aiden and I were like kind of working through story ideas and like what we could do. We knew we wanted to do a detective because we got noir, and then we had one take two.
Our characters were going to be punk rockers at some point and go to a concert, and that would have been the dream sequence. But obviously that didn't happen. So
we wanted to do a disaster type film. And then that took many, many evolutions of ideas. Like, we went to a classroom, we had like the whole whiteboards, we were drawing out everything. And we was just trying to we were just picking little things that worked together.
So we had a final draft by like 1 a.m. We had
actors by 2. Aiden and I didn't go to sleep till like 4 a.m. and call time was 7 at Grand Central.
We had been writing until like 2 in the morning. So it was like, our options were we start shooting right away, or we wait with a finished script and we don't start shooting until that night. And I was like, no way we're doing that. We're not gonna waste an entire day before we even start shooting. So I was like, boom, tonight, let's get ahead of the curve, let's shoot.
We were gonna shoot during the day the next day, and like start in the morning in the Rubin dance room, but then we came to find out that like Izzy's group had the room rented out for the whole day until 10. They had it rented out the entire day. And so we were kind of just sitting like idle the whole day.
We started filming so early in the morning, and the script got finalized so early that morning that the turnover time, there just wasn't any. And so we were like, all right, we're just gonna go into it and kind of shoot what we think we need to shoot.
For most of like the first day, I was just running with a camera, chasing Caden down the street.
Like, oh, Caden, just stand there and we're gonna run around you. Or like, Caden, just sprint over there.
But all super like quick, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We were super on our feet.
I think Caden got like 8,000 steps in that 1 hour. Sprinting up and down. So did Adam, not gonna lie.
Well, since we were including a car in our film, there was mentions of possibly a cool truck to have to kind of really invest our viewers into a believable world.
We went to this alleyway kind of downtown. None of us had ever been there before, but we were just kind of looking up on Google like alleyways in New York City to film in.
Yeah, and Wash was packed.
Wash was packed.
So packed.
Wash was packed,
we
and
shot
Caden
there.
had a shovel.
Yeah,
we just had to film a
Caden
shot.
running with the shovel in Wash was fire.
So first we stopped at Lily's barn to check out the truck to see if it worked, and booted up nice, and everybody was stoked. You know, we're all looking around like, okay, yeah, like this is it.
And this was also like peak winter, so everyone was freezing their asses off.
Anissa like could not handle the smoke, but we had already put it in like half the shots. So Anissa was like holding her breath with the boom mic, like running around us, trying to like navigate the smoke, and we kept like having to like pump more.
Because we would like go too long in between takes, and it would all like fade,
Yes.
and they'd be like, oh shit.
Like it was the most perfect day, and until we get to Central Park,
Central
and
Park is
it
good.
was awful.
Yeah, so the truck broke for sure.
Our 1969 Chevrolet just broke down. Our tire is flat and the car is dead.
But if anything, it just made the production like, you know, if we could get through pushing a broken old heavy metal box just off of the freeway with moving cars like back and forth, I think we'll be okay.
So we get there, I take the shovel and I dig like 2 holes, and I tell Ben, Andrew to finish the grave, and then I take Caden and Valerie, and I'm sitting on the side with them, reading the lines, and then groundskeepers at Park Rangers, surround us and begin talking to us. You know, luckily, we're capable human beings who can engage with other adults, and all politely apologize that we did not realize the importance of what we were doing.
We stayed up all night, shot the first part, came back, sat in our dorm, went straight to editing, and then we edited all throughout that day.
It's about drive, it's about power, it's about...
What? Oh my god. Your screen just cracked.
If it got windy, we would just like shush them, and then the second it wouldn't be windy, they just go again.
If you watch Do Not Disturb, you should understand and acknowledge how much of a miracle it is that we have sound for that scene.
We literally just lost our rough cut. Why do we lose the rough cut? It's gone. How do you just open your laptop and it's gone? It's never happened to me once.
I was probably running off of like 3 hours of sleep at this point, and we're already like a day and a half into this festival, so it was like ridiculous. It was like probably one of the hardest things I have ever done in my life.
So I suggested that we go to Mercer Labs and with our lead actress Mari, and we went there, spent like an hour and a half there and got some really nice shots, which was my favorite part of the day.
So we didn't think that people would be studying. We're gonna figure that out.
We didn't start shooting until 9 because we wanted to have it at night, which like in hindsight was like probably not the smartest idea, and we severely underestimated how much time it would take.
I think it wasn't that we had a lack of time, we had a lot of time, but just the further we went on, I think we didn't get our first shot until 12:30 in the morning.
Finally shooting 2 hours after we said we would.
We started shooting like 2 a.m.?
2 a.m. because they booked it till 10, but of course, as every shoot does, it went till later.
After the first all-nighter, we basically pulled a second all-nighter. It was even colder the second day around.
I don't know why that fucking works. I don't even care. It's too fucking cold.
I actually went to sleep for like 3 hours, got up at like 3 a.m., graded everything, like every single take, not even like the selected takes, so Tyler could have them by like 8 or 9 a.m.
No, literally just like on the floor of my dorm. Just on my computer, Premiere's open, just lying on the ground doing that.
We had all kind of committed saying we were able and willing to do an all-nighter for this.
It's just, I don't feel like you'd be making a whole lot of good decisions when you're like, on 3 hours of sleep and have been awake for like, 20-ish hours.
On Saturday, I was DPing Ben Mattingly's film. Dennis was gaffing on that, Milo was acting on that.
Yeah.
And it was a 12-hour shoot on Saturday, something we spent like a month planning for. So we didn't start anything for the 908 project until Sunday morning. Because we wrapped Ben's film Saturday at we came back at midnight.
Yeah.
I kept trying to redo my part, and it was like a weird vibe because Kaden was crazy with the vibe. It was just, it felt really real. I felt like I was really about to get killed.
And then we woke up Sunday 10 a.m. And while I was sleeping, I was cooking up the story.
He dreamt it.
Yeah, I dreamt it. Oh, dreamt it up.
So the next day I woke up at 6 in the morning, so I got 3 hours of sleep. I went back up to our shooting location to get some shots of the sunrise because there's a montage sequence towards the end and towards the beginning that just has the room at sunrise.
We tried on Saturday to just start getting closer, build a relationship after we knew our genre. We really felt it popped on screen, made our performance more believable.
And then we go to Paulson, we lock ourselves in a room, and then from 12 to 8 was just straight editing.
I was just trying to exhaust my body before I went in, because he would be exhausted. He just killed somebody with a nail file. So I was literally flailing every part of my body and screaming, which probably sounded crazy. There's people trying to study outside and we're screaming.
Bloody murder.
It's 4 hours. No, we shot for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. It was the coldest day.
It was freezing. We were dying.
I was nervous. I wasn't, because I didn't know what anyone else was doing. I saw some other people editing. I thought Aiden wasn't able to finish his film because he called me and said, hey, or no, it was either him or James called me and we're like, hey, yeah, our actors left, they couldn't finish the movie. I'm like, damn.
Why did you tell everybody that your actors quit halfway through?
Bro, no, we're so I told you, we're in the battle with Maxwell and Ethan.
Oh, you're in battle with 2 other teams?
Yeah, because James and I are dorming with them next year.
I think Aiden texted Ronan first.
Aiden texted Ronan first and was like,
yo, this is shit.
This is so bad.
This is so bad.
And then we all just sort of played onto it. So it became our actors just left mid-take.
I started organizing music. That was the first thing I was doing with the composers. And then from there, we started doing the sound design and the sound effects, which were actually really fun because it was a mix of both sound cue and very random sounds like water bottles and jackets. And
I was really impressed with that. I would walk in every once in a while to make sure that I would be like, I'm so sorry, we only have so much time. I just want to make sure you're good. You need anything?
We filmed the sounds, just us on the floor, just doing
6 a.m. we're on the floor.
I came by the room in Tish. And everyone was editing their films, and it was really cool to see everyone in there, and I was kind of sizing everyone up. Quinn was in there, and her group, and Justin was in the corner, locked the hell in. I want you to do a little focus on Mr. Locked in the corner over there, because it's freaking me the fuck out.
We were going to have music made for the film after we made a rough cut of it. So our people who are on music, Harry and Wyatt, shout out to them, because we ended up making a rough cut for them at 4 or 5-ish, which is already cutting it close.
I had a final edit. I bounced that, got that to Tristan, who was in the sound booths. And we had a composer. We had a composer as well. Emma was great. Yeah. She was really good.
So we sent them a picture lock. They do the score, they give it back to us, and then we're like, man, like this is really good.
Oh yeah, we heard about other people's films. I think I was really excited to see them. I think that was one of the biggest things. I know everyone's just really, really talented, and the groups were like very solid.
But I remember seeing Tristan's group and all the BTS crew, and it was just really nice seeing everybody like stressed because I was like, I'm in the same boat with you. But also like, I know Ben like did not sleep at all.
There has not been a lot of moments in my life like waking up at 7:30 a.m. to see Ben like walking, looking like a zombie at my monitor. Just
I had a writing essay due. Like I had to get a little bit of extension. So I had to do multitask with that when I wasn't editing, and then editing when I had the time.
Yeah.
I also just felt so connected to my group, and like I really felt like we were like one team working towards a common goal, and that's like the best feeling ever.
The entire time we were just really excited to see it in like a big screen. We were like, oh, this is gonna be so amazing. We're gonna like see other people's films, and also we were just happy of what we had done.
But I think it really like brought out like a good side of people, you know, because I mean obviously when we're in film we're being competitive, there's spots to fight for, but everybody was good about it, you know. You weren't really cheering to see people lose.
Because it's a competition, I expected the mentality from everyone to be competitive, and it really wasn't.
I was so excited for the screening, and it really delivered. Like, it was so much fun. I mean, the shorts were amazing.
Ronan and I were the first ones there before anybody else showed up at the screening.
It was cool. I'd never really seen any of my movies on the big screen before, so like that was what I was most excited for. Like, even if I didn't win anything, like I still got to be like a part of a film festival where I get to see my movie screens.
Happy to see how everybody's turned out and see our beautiful faces on the big screen.
And it was really exciting. And seeing like everybody win their awards, like everything was so deserved.
I thought that might have been a lock for best cinematography until Dear Rob popped up.
Dear Rob.
All the fellow nominees, beautiful actors, thank you very much.
Sunny did an excellent job, so getting Best Actor, she definitely deserved that.
Sunny Bebop, Roadhouse.
In me, I knew that Caden had to like win at least like actor, because I just know his talents and I just know the quality of work that he makes.
Caught us off guard.
Caden Martell. Something Beautiful by Caden Martell.
Something beautiful.
Something beautiful.
Yeah, because we weren't really thinking about it a lot, and then we got there, and it was just like, what is even happening? Yeah, and like even like the second award that we won, I was like, oh, damn. Okay, and then it just kept happening, and it was like, wow, this is really crazy. It was really surreal.
And I think seeing other people like be very successful and like seeing everybody on the screen was super motivating.
And I was really happy that our whole like cast and crew together was able to make a good experience, you know, for them. And it was a great way for the class of 2028 to kind of come together.
And now that we did 908, it's like expanded the community that I have and like the network of filmmakers, which is really cool. It's really cool that even they're able to see you know, my work or our work and collaborate with us based on that, instead of having to like reach for something that's like outside of your grasp. It's now like in our grasp, and that's part of our community now.
And then just final question, would you participate again next year?
Hell yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Listen, I would 100% do this next year. This was an incredible idea.
I'm 100% gonna do it next year. We've got the fucking dream team next year in the room.
We're collaborating on stuff, and it created something beautiful.
Okay, so I am. Look at these eye bags. That's crazy. I'm on the way to Bose right now. I'm on the way to Bose to print out like all of like the forms and stuff. Not forms. Like the genres and the competitions, and then what else is there? I don't even know. I'm just gonna print so much shit out. And basically, competition starts in like an hour and a half, kind of. So I have to lock in. And I'm a little sick, under the weather, but this is gonna be cool. I'm really, really excited, and I'm looking forward to just throwing everything together. I guess I don't know. Everyone has told me that they're just excited for this weekend, and that makes me happy. I think.